When I started this YouTube channel last week, I mentioned that I'm gonna do like on top of the vlogs, I'm gonna do like a few mini lessons as well, like I used to do on Snapchat. Today's the first mini lesson. What I'm going to teach you is a life-changing lesson I learned when I was about 16 or 17. And since I first learned it, I kind of redesigned it into this diagram that I draw. I share it with my students, and what I know for sure is that this changed my life a lot. And the students who I've taught it to, it's changed theirs too. The idea starts with this results slider, and this is results in any area of life. It works for business, relationships, finances, everything. You can have a low-level result or a high-level result or an average result right in the middle, right? So for example, in business or finance, you might be down here, you might be bankrupt. Up here, you might make $1 million a year or something. And then right in the middle, you might do like the 50K a year, 9 to 5. It might be just like the average result, right? The key teachings in the principle is realizing that every single human being on earth falls somewhere in the results slider. And your relationship with those people will govern how quickly you get results, the sustainability of the results that you get, and at the top end, the peace of mind, the mental clarity, and the peace that you have, which might not sound like a big deal at the start if you're still at the lower end of the results scale, but when you get there, you'll realize that it is actually very, very important. Let me give you an example. If you are at the lower end of the results slider, there's two types of relationships you can have with people who are at different levels of the slider. So for example, if there's another person who has very high results, the two kinds of relationships you can have with this person is a constructive relationship and a destructive relationship. One kind of relationship will build you up, the other will keep you exactly where you are, if not push you down. So for example, a destructive relationship with this person would be jealousy, resentment, hate. These are the keyboard warriors, the haters, the naysayers, the jealous type. And that kind of relationship they have with these people, even if they don't know them in real life, it could just be through social media, YouTube comments, Instagram comments. Even if they don't know them, that destructive relationship will keep them where they are or even push them down some. The other kind of relationship is a constructive relationship. This is where you see someone with much better results than yourself and you look up to them, you aspire to live their lifestyle, you learn from them and take advice from them. Because remember, if someone has better results than you in any area, it's probably because they know something that you don't know or they do something that you don't do. And if you can learn what they do, if you can learn their habits, you can start to mirror their results and you can find your way climbing up the results slider. Eventually, you're going to hit higher than average results and you're going to start doing really, really well. And that's where the next lesson comes in. Because the higher you get in the results, the higher your ego gets. The better results you get drags your ego up too. And that can cause some problems because as your ego gets dragged up, your gaze gets drawn down at all the people below you. Then you start to make criticisms, judgments, and then you start to form a relationship with these people. And there's two kinds of relationships you can form with those people, constructive and destructive. A destructive relationship is when you start to judge and criticize and start to be negative to everyone who doesn't have the same results that you do. A constructive relationship is when you want to inspire and teach and share knowledge, and that will not only excel your results as well, but it will bring everyone else up with you and create a better environment for the people around you. The other thing with achieving top results is that it usually takes years and years and years to do so. So once you get there, you have a certain amount of attachment to the method by which you arrived at that point. Have you ever had a boss who is a my way or the highway attitude kind of guy? It's because his way got him to where he is. He thinks he's better than you because he has the higher results. And so he thinks that your way is redundant, his way is the only way. And the people who are like that, and there's a lot of them, the people who are like that usually fail to see that there's a whole different scale to this slider. And the horizontal axis is the methods and process. There are so many different ways to get results. And if we're in the business of getting results, there's a million different ways to do it. There's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. You can be in corporate business, it might be here. You could be a foreign exchange trader. You could be a futures trader, which is quite closely related, you can see. You could be in the direct sales industry. You could be a network marketer. You could be a social media marketer, an affiliate marketer, a blogger, a vlogger. There's so many different ways to get results. On this horizontal axis, No method is inherently better or worse, and following different methods doesn't inherently make you a better or a worse person or a smarter or a dumber person. It's just a different method. And in all methods, you can get results. So another example. So let's just say you're in corporate business and you have really good results, strong results. And there's someone else, perhaps in affiliate marketing, over here, who's on the path, who's getting better and better and better. They're on the increase. Maybe they started here and they're moving up, they're getting better results. Inherently, the corporate businessman and the affiliate marketer are going to have some kind of relationship. And depending on how this guy looks at this guy, it's going to affect some things. Typically, what they'll see is he has better results, therefore this model is shit. Or they'll make a judgment about how his method and his process is not as good as this model, is not as good as this model. Is that necessarily the case? In my experience, no. You can do well in any method and with any process. But over time, what will typically happen is you will start to get people with other models and other processes doing similar results. And when two people who use different methods with similar results in this sort of area start to look at each other and compare, that can typically set off what I like to call the big dick measuring competition. The dick measuring competition is a destructive form of relationship with people with similar results in the same ballpark who use different methods. No one ever wins a dick measuring competition. It's a destructive relationship that has no winner. All it does is breed contempt, it breeds hate, it breeds anger, it breeds jealousy, and it breeds unnecessary rivalry and competition. A constructive relationship between these kinds of people would be to work together and cross-pollinate ideas, concepts, protocols, and methods by which all parties can succeed and take their results even higher. If you guys remember the story of Borders, the bookstore, they went broke because they didn't keep up with the times. They didn't want to go online and they went broke. If you don't keep up with change, if you're in corporate business and you know nothing about social media marketing, you will die in business. Things are moving so fast, things are changing so fast. If you're not keeping with the times, you will be left in the dust. And it's this destructive dick measuring competition, this jealous competitive rivalry that we have that will keep us back. And those who participate in these kind of games don't recognize the truth that in fact there is a third dimension. This third dimension here is called purpose. Our purpose is usually governed by our values. And with 7 billion people on the planet, there's about 7 billion different groups of values and beliefs. So for example, if you value making music or playing in a band, and you somehow end up in a method of a 9-to-5 job, even if you start to get really good results in that 9-to-5, because your method isn't in line with your purpose and your values, eventually you're going to become disgruntled. If you're an artist and you wind up with a method of, say, being a lawyer, even if you get really great results, eventually you're going to become disgruntled, you're going to become unfulfilled. That's just what happens when you choose a method that's not in line with your purpose. Now, how do we discover our purpose? There's a heap of different ways to do it. I have a series of questions. I have 13 questions. It's a values determination checklist. And through that, through answering certain questions in a certain way and doing some sums and stuff, you can work out with a general proximity what your likely purpose is. You can definitely work out what your top values are. And with that, you can go on to then do some more researching, do some more discovery about yourself to learn what your purpose is. And when you can line up your purpose with a certain method, results will flow, results will skyrocket. So let's do an example. Say your purpose is in music. Your purpose is in music, so then you've got to choose a method by which to get results. So different methods in music, in the music purpose could be, go and get a job in like a record store, or you could start a band or play in a band, or you could film videos and make movies for YouTube and put them online and see if you get discovered. That's what Justin Bieber did. There's a million different methods for each purpose. But as long as you choose a method that's in line with your purpose, you'll have a never-ending, unrelenting fuel to keep going until you get the results. But if you're adopting any method that's not in line with your purpose, what's going to happen is you're going to start being unmotivated, you're going to need external motivation, you'll become distracted, you'll give up easily, and you'll never really get the results that you want to get. The thing in today's society is that everyone's after the quick fix. We want the diet pills, we want the results with no work. So we go and do things like we play lottery and we do scratchy tickets and we play at the casino and we gamble and we try and get results like that. We try to take our results from a low level to a high level in the shortest possible time with the quickest possible route with the least effort required. And even if the results come, they only come for a short term and they come in a way that's unsustainable in the long term. What everyone tries to do is take their results from here to here in the fastest way possible. They completely disregard all their methods, and they certainly disregard their purpose. Our order of importance is usually results 1, method 2, purpose 3, even if we consider this at all, which most people don't. But the truth is, the most effective way to get results that are sustainable in the long term is to start with purpose. Start with purpose, select a method, and then the results will follow. Not the other way around like everyone else tries to do. Okay, that concludes today's mini lesson. Let me know how you enjoy it. It's completely different to Snapchat. With the Snapchat limits me to 10 seconds per clip, so it makes it sharp, fast, snappy. Videos is a little bit different, so I feel a little bit uncomfortable doing it, but let me know if it sounds alright anyway. Since arriving in Orlando, we've had so much work to catch up on, so I haven't been doing a whole lot of adventurous stuff like we were in Vegas. That said, I have been doing some filming, and for the guys on Snapchat and Facebook who have been asking me to upload the footage, here's what happened yesterday. When I'm in America, I have like a favorite cereal. It's this 365 oat and honey granola. The thing is, you can only get it in Whole Foods. They don't have it anywhere in Australia. I've looked, I've tried alternatives, I've tried similar ones. Nothing's as good as this. Basically the whole of yesterday was just catching up on work, on emergency stuff, settling in, going grocery shopping, just doing the basic, bare bones stuff. I was so jet lagged as well, I just kept falling asleep all day. So today I'm feeling a bit better. We got, what, how many hours of sleep did we get, babe? Like 10?
I got a full hour.
I
Sleep. You kept waking me up.
I think you got more like 10 to 12 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
We had a lot of sleep last night, so I'm feeling a lot better, but it is 2 p.m. So we're getting the day started. We're gonna go check out like the ball place where we're doing the IP ball in a few weeks. And going to the horses. Just chilling out.
Yeah, nah. Fucker's dead.
It's no secret on social media that I'm not a great fan of the G-Wagon. But this trip, Amy said, I'm gonna make you really like the G-Wagon by the time you leave. She's not off to a good start. We got it jump started, we're good. Hey mate, how are you?
You owe me $6.56. Like the big meals and hay.
We're checking out the venue for the ball that's going to be in 2 weeks time. I've seen this place on photos a lot, and I did this Photoshop right here. It's always funny when you see something online and then you actually visit for the first time in real life. This is what it looks like. So this is the image that I got a photo of, and I photoshopped like the ball logo. Pretty sure it was like right here. This space is really cool. It's gonna be sweet. We're not gonna show it on the video because
Amy did a very good job of organizing everything by herself with no Lewis help.
She doesn't even help. Yeah, the space is sick. I'm not gonna show it because I don't want to give it away for the guys who are coming. But imagine the guys who wanted to come but they didn't get tickets. I would be spewing. It's gonna be sweet. Thank you. We just finished dinner. I'm so stuffed. The meal sizes in America are ridiculously big. Usually Robin and I in Australia share like a main because we don't eat a whole lot. But in here I feel like even just half a meal is just too big. To be fair, it's probably the beers. I really didn't need the beers. But my white shirt's still going good. I haven't soiled this one yet. White shirt's going strong. I soiled my shirt again. I thought that I didn't, but I did. I've been trying to figure out where it took place by going through all of today's footage. And as it turns out, I did indeed soil my shirt at dinner. I haven't soiled this one yet. It was the balsamic glaze.